Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Kimberly Bethany Benora. In this series, we'll be practicing yoga and exercise, breath and meditation, stress management, and self-care. You can find me on the web at www.drkimberlybenora.com and on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Dr. Kimberly Benora. Remember, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. By continuing with the video, you, the viewer, are agreeing to and accepting the terms of the following waiver of liability. You acknowledge the following. I understand that the materials provided, including yoga and meditation, include physical activity, and, as with all physical activity, there is the risk of injury of varying types and degrees, which risk cannot be entirely eliminated. If I experience any pain or discomfort, I agree that I will discontinue the activity. I assume full responsibility for any and all damages which may be incurred as a result of my watching and/or participating in this video. I understand that the materials provided, including yoga and meditation, are not a substitute for medical attention, examination, diagnosis, or treatment, nor are they recommended or safe under certain medical conditions. I understand that I am advised to have a physician verify the status of my health and physical condition as sufficient to allow me to participate in the activities provided by the program. I also affirm that I alone am responsible to decide whether to practice with this video, and my participation is at my own risk. I agree to irrevocably release and waive any claims that I have now or may have hereafter against Kimberly Bethany Benora, LLC, and its instructors, content creators, and any employees or affiliates. I have read and fully understand and agree to the above terms of this liability waiver agreement. I understand that my watching of this video serves as my consent to this waiver, and to complete an unconditional release of all liability to the greatest extent allowed by law. Welcome back. Today we're going to be working on foundations of balance. One of my kiddos is helping me again this week, and because I'm talking about balance, like trees, I'm wearing a shirt he got me at the Arbor Day Farm, which is a beautiful place if you ever have a chance to go. So, balance. Balance is something that we all need, and it's something that as we get older can become very emotional, very psychologically overwhelming, because we hear the studies, we know the research. 1 in 4 adults over the age of 65 will fall in any given year, and when those falls happen, 1 in 5 falls will lead to a major injury. And so we get scared of falling, of the downward spiral that can happen after a broken hip, a broken back, those sorts of things. And then what happens is we become careful. We think that we're focusing on balance by thinking about our feet, but we lose sight of where balance really comes from in our body. And so that's what we're going to work on today. We're not going to do any 1-foot balancing poses because that's not really the foundation of balance. It's not about our feet. If you've ever watched a martial artist, someone doing Tai Chi, a dancer, all of the balance is coming out of the core of the body. If you think about when dancers and ice skaters turn, they're very up, they're very tall, and they start with their arms because when you rotate the head and the chest, the lower body follows. If you've ever gone ice skating, roller skating, bike riding, think about what happens when you're skating, biking, and you look down. You fall because where your gaze goes, your body goes. And the problem with that as we get older is that as we get more unsure with our feet, as we're worried about tripping, we start watching our feet. And if we're watching our feet, we're looking down. It makes us more likely to fall. And then, because we're down and we're always over computers and our body begins to tip forward and our shoulders slump and we lose our good posture on top of the looking down at the feet, again, it's this spiral of things that add up to increasing the likelihood of falls. So what we're going to talk about is posture, opening up and strengthening the core of your body. When you want to prevent falls, the absolute foundation is to start with strengthening your core, lifting your posture, and strengthening your quads and your glutes. Because if you've got good, strong quads and glutes, you'll walk better, you'll be stronger, your posture will stay better, and all of those things decrease your likelihood of falling. I'm also going to put in the video description some information from the CDC about preventing falls, a self-fall assessment, so that you can take a look and see Is falling something you're currently at risk for? Should you talk to your doctor? Get some more personalized help and support. So first thing we're going to do today is we're going to talk about standing balance. I have a nice, solid, simple chair here. Be next to a simple chair so that you can hold on to the side as we get started. And we're going to just do mountain pose. I want you to take your feet about hip width apart and press down through the balls of your feet. You notice I have shoes on. A lot of times in my yoga videos I'm barefoot, but if we're talking about balance, maybe you've had an injury, maybe you have diabetes and you have to be aware of your feet. Maybe you're losing that sensation in your feet. All of those things can increase the risk of falls, and those things mean you should be wearing shoes to protect the soles of your feet, to protect your ankles. They might be special shoes based on whatever your condition is, but based on that, to be supportive, to really make sure this practice fits you, I'm wearing shoes to show how you work with shoes while doing a balance practice. Always talk with your doctor, make sure this is appropriate for you based on your health conditions. Feet are hip width apart. We've got our hips over our knees, over our ankles, because we want a solid foundation. We don't want to stand with our feet together. We want our feet nice and solid so that we've got a good, balanced foundation down through the ground. You're going to take your belly button and tuck it in, and your bottom and tuck it in the other way. So you're tucking bottom under, belly button in, because we want to activate your core muscles, get you really strong here. At any point, hold on to your chair. It's there for you whenever you need it to keep yourself solid, and that's okay. I don't want you to fall. I don't want you to push yourself. I want you to do what feels good for you right now as we build strength together. You're going to roll your shoulders down and back. So you're bringing your shoulder blades down and back, tucking the bottom under, because we're trying to really engage through this core of your body, okay? So nice and solid, shoulders are down and back, belly button's tucked in, bottom's tucked under. We're going to keep the chin nice and level, because if you were out for a walk, you want to be looking out at the horizon. Yes, you need to know where you're walking for your feet, but if you're looking out just a little bit, you can see what's coming on the sidewalk, on the floor, so that you don't trip and fall. It's like driving. You're looking out at the horizon to make sure nothing's coming at you. You don't want to look right in front of your car, because then you're going to drive into something. If you're feeling okay, we're going to roll both shoulders down and back, release the hands down, and we're just going to stand here for a few minutes. Keep your eyes open for a few minutes. We're going to take 5 nice deep breaths and just feel solid. Feel grounded through your feet. Feel the top of your head lifting yourself up so you've got nice tall posture. Whenever you need to, hold on to the chair. My mom has a wonderful strategy when she's working on her balance. She stands in the frame of a doorway. I'm keeping this door shut because I've got kiddos watching videos downstairs. But if you are in the frame of the doorway, then if you need to, you can grab onto both sides. Or I've got a chair here, I've got a bookshelf here that's anchored to the wall. Be between two things. Feel comfortable, feel solid. You do not want to have any worry or any stress about falling when we're working to prevent your risk of falls. All right, so we're here, we're breathing. I'm going to count 5 nice breaths. You're going to take a diaphragmatic breath because that helps strengthen too. So as you inhale through the lungs, the stomach expands. As you exhale, belly button back to the spine. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. That's 3. 2 more. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. 1 more. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Now, hang on to your chair, your wall, your door frame, whatever is nearby you for your balance, because we're going to stand here and we're going to breathe. And if you feel okay with it, I want you to close your eyes. And you'll notice when you close your eyes, you might waver a little because your balance shifts when your eyes are closed. Your vision, that keeping of balance, is by keeping your gaze, is part of how you stay stable. That's why if you've ever seen dancers, when they turn, they keep their gaze until they flip their head around. flip their head. There's a different word for it, but it's spotting. You keep your gaze, you turn, and then at the last minute you swing your head back around, because the gaze is what keeps you stable. The gaze is what keeps you from getting dizzy. That's how ballerinas can turn and turn and turn, how ice skaters can turn and turn and turn without getting dizzy and falling down. Your gaze is a part of your balance. So again, you're looking out at the horizon, but right now you're taking your eyes closed, really challenging those core body muscles to stay stable while your eyes are closed. Hold on to the chair. If you're ready and you want to give it a try, let go of the chair. Keep your eyes closed for 2 nice deep breaths. It's okay to take the chair back if you need it. Listen to your body. Nice deep breath in through the nose, down into the lower lobes of the lungs. Exhale out. Again, inhale and exhale. Go ahead and open up your eyes. Now, we're going to take a chair pose. Chair pose is great for improving balance because it's all about strengthening the thighs, strengthening the glutes. You're going to put one hand on the side of the chair. Again, your feet are nice and wide. We're going to bring, I've got my left hand, so your right hand if you're mirroring me. We're going to bend our knees, bring our hips down, tuck that tailbone under, tuck that belly button in. You want to have a nice, you don't want to bow out. That's not good for your core or your back. You're going to tuck the bottom in, tuck the belly button in. Nice, solid. You'll feel it in your thighs, you'll feel it in your glutes, you might feel it in your calves too. You're holding onto the chair at first. Knees are bent, belly button's tucked under, tucked in, tailbone is tucked under. Nice, solid core. And you're feeling this in your legs. And hang on to the chair. If you feel okay, lift the right arm up, the one that's not with the chair. If your balance is okay, lift the other arm up. Keep your gaze focused on one spot, right about eye level. That'll help you stay balanced. And we're going to stay here for 1, 2, remember to breathe. 3, 4, 5. We're going to inhale up, exhale down. I want you to shake out the legs, get the tension out of them. We're going to take 2 more chairs just like that. So your feet are hip width apart, hand is holding on. Bend at the knees, tuck the tailbone under, belly button in. If you're comfortable, right arm comes up. If you're okay, left arm comes up. And you know what? You could be doing it on the other side also if you've had an injury. Use whichever side of the chair feels better for you. And you could do one on each side. In fact, our next one will switch. So you're feeling this through your thighs. You're feeling this through your glutes. Very important. Those are muscles that are so important to stay healthy and independent as you get older. And inhale up, release the arms, shake the legs out. And we're going to switch sides just to make sure you've used both arms in case you're favoring one leg or the other. So the hand, this time my right hand, your left hand is on the chair. We're going to bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, belly button in, left arm up. If you're feeling okay, right arm goes up. Now, this one we'll try to challenge ourselves a little more. If you're comfortable, lift your gaze up a little bit. Look up at the ceiling. See how that shifts your balance. Might actually help you feel a little bit more stable, but just the act of moving your head and your gaze takes a little bit more work. If you're ready, inhale up, exhale down, shake your arms out. I'm going to offer one more option. It's another challenge. If it works for you, try it. If not, consider it a stretch for the future. Just put it in the back of your mind. You'll come back and do it with me later. Put that right hand on the back of the chair. We're going to bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, belly button in. We're going to lift the left arm up. If you're comfortable, you can lift your right arm up, but you might hold on for a minute because what we're going to try to do is lift the toes up off the ground. I don't know if you can see my feet that close. I've got my heels pressed and my toes are lifted. It's shifted my weight back. And that shifts how it feels in the quads and the glutes for a minute. If you've got that okay with your toes up, you can try lifting your arms. It's okay if you don't. Do what works for you. Listen to your body. And inhale up. Exhale, release. Shake out the legs. Now we're going to go back and sit down on the chair. We're going to do 2 more things on the chair. We're just going to relax our hands here. We're going to keep my left, your right foot down. We're going to lift the left leg up because you're strengthening that quad. If you're comfortable, you're going to lift it up off the chair. Engage that muscle. Again, balance is all about this core strength. So when you're sitting and lifting that leg, you're working to improve your balance. Exhale, release it. Take the other side. Lift it up. And just breathe here. And this is something that if a couple times a day you think about it and you lift your legs once or twice each, work on strengthening those over time, you'll see that improvement. Exhale, release. Shake your legs out a little bit. Another thing I want you to do throughout your day is your diaphragmatic breathing. Hands on your belly. As you inhale, through the nose, expand through the stomach. Exhale. Belly button goes back to the spine. All the air out of your body. Diaphragmatic breathing strengthens your core, and the stronger your core is, the better your balance is. Inhale. Exhale. Also, diaphragmatic breathing relaxes the nervous system, helps you work through fear of falling, reduce that stress, help you feel more comfortable in the strength and wisdom of your own body. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Now, I'm going to show you one more thing. Whether or not you do this right now with me, completely dependent on how you're feeling, where you are. But I want to show you getting up without using your arms, sitting down without using your arms. And some research shows that how well you can get up and sit down without using your hands can be a very good predictor of your risk of aging, of declining in health, of falling, because of how important these thighs and quad muscles, thigh quad muscles and glutes are. Sorry, been a long day. My words get wonky sometimes when I'm tired. And think about how much, if you're struggling to sit down and you fall on a hard spot, if you fall onto the toilet seat as you sit, those are all places where you can get hurt. And so practicing standing up and sitting down without using a chair arms, without using support is really, really important for keeping that functional balance and strength. And so throughout your day, practice that. If you're not there right now, that's okay. You can work up to it. You can work on using a little bit less pressure each time you stand up and using a little bit less of a fall each time you sit down. Use some cushions to maybe start with a stool. If you have a bar stool so that you're at the half up point and then you're just coming up a little bit and down a little bit, that's working you towards coming up and sitting down. And if you're at a spot where you're comfortable standing up and sitting down without falling, without hurting yourself, then do that. Every time you stand up and sit down throughout the day, consciously make an effort to breathe in, to feel solid in your core, to stand up without using your hands, to sit down without using your hands, and practice it. If you're going to get up and down at your kitchen table before you have breakfast, before you have lunch, before you have dinner, do 2 or 3 extra seats. When you sit down at your desk for work, to type, to answer some emails, do 2 or 3 extra sits. If you do that all throughout the day, that adds up to a lot of functional practice and a lot of functional activity and a lot of balance work that can yield very, very big results. So for today, that's all I wanted to talk about. Core strength, breathing with your diaphragm, working on strengthening the thighs and the glutes to be very strong and to work on your balance from the center of your body. You can do this. Keep breathing with me, keep standing up and sitting down, and remember that you can do it. And I'll come back soon with more videos with balance exercises to help you along this journey. Have a beautiful day. A moment of gratitude to my amazing team. Thank you for being part of the Kimberly Bethany Benora LLC production crew. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Kimberly Bethany Benora. You can find me on the web at www.drkimberlybenora.com. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Dr. Kimberly Benora. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe.